Let's start out with the matte black, or the black as Apple calls it. This one, it definitely shows less fingerprints than the jet black over here. Just because it shows less fingerprints doesn't mean that it shows no fingerprints like you might hear people say, because you will definitely see fingerprints on here. It's just that they're not going to be nearly as much as the jet black option. Also, scratch-wise, you can pretty much put this on the table without worrying about it, and it's not going to scratch on you. It's darker than the Space Gray. It's a little bit darker than like the 6th gen iPod Touch, if you take a look at what that black option looks like. It's got a nice finish to it. It feels smooth. It might be a little bit slippery though. That's the thing. It might feel just a little slippery without a case because of that aluminum finish. It's very similar to what the 6S felt like, but just a little bit more slippery on there. But I'm a big fan of this colorway. I think if Batman were to come to get an iPhone, this is what he would pick. It looks stealth, it looks clean. I'm a fan of this for sure. Now let's take a look at the Jet Black over here, aka the Unicorn, the Jet Black 7 Plus. This is by far the hardest iPhone to come by right now. And take a look at how reflective this thing is. You can pretty much use it like a mirror. Right now you're seeing how messy my office is. I got to take out the trash can, jeez. But this over here, I'm trying to hold it as carefully as I can because it does show fingerprints kind of easily. I say kind of easily because it's not as easy as I would have thought. Like I can use it for a while and have barely anything noticeable on the back. So it's really not too bad. And that's why I have this cloth over here so I don't scratch it up or anything when I put it down. But this, it looks like a special edition iPhone. It feels like a special edition iPhone too because it does not feel like any other iPhone has felt like. Over here, I just want to show you, I notice I do have a scratch on here, and this is fresh out of the box. So I took the plastic off, and that scratch is there without me even doing anything on the phone. But anyway, it feels like no other iPhone, and that's crazy because it's the same exact aluminum material, the same 7000 series aluminum as all the other iPhones. It's just the process that they go through to make it this finish. One, that's what makes it so hard to find because it takes a lot longer and has to meet up to Apple standards, but it makes it feel like you have a case on there without actually having a case. It's great. It really does feel like glass on both sides. Like if I close my eyes and I was trying to figure out which is the front, which is the back, I wouldn't be able to tell because they both feel exactly the same finish. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Wanted to do something a little bit different than sneakers. Wanted to do iPhones or technology. That's another thing that I'm really passionate about. I hope this video helped you decide which one could be better for you, but I highly suggest checking them out in store because the black, it's going to look a little bit different in person, and it looks really nice in person. And the jet black, you have to feel it in person for sure. And keep in mind when you look at the jet black, everybody else was touching it, so it'll have a lot more fingerprints in store than it will in real life.